Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's Jag if you're new here. If not, welcome back. You're most welcome. And in today's class, we're actually going to continue on with our Math 9 content. And we're going to move to the whole unit on geometry, which is actually not too bad at the grade 9 level because geometry is something that you cover in elementary school as well at that level. So today I think we're going to focus on the area of the composite figures. But of course, the area and the perimeter of composite figures usually goes together. I think we'll just like separate it out into two separate videos, and that way we can do a lot more examples. So with that, let's get started. All right, so here we are. We're going to try the area of this composite figure. So in a composite figure, it's basically like an irregular shape. So I want to first divide it up into maybe like two separate parts or two shapes. I'm going to make a line going down, okay, like this. And you can see I just separated it into two separate rectangles. And now like maybe let's like label it 1 and 2. And what you're going to do is find the area of each of the rectangles separately, and then you're going to add it together, and that's going to be the area of the composite figure. Okay, so of course, even if it doesn't look like a rectangle, it is like the second one, because I can see the length and the width, they are different. They're different measurements here. Okay, so let's try the first one. So I'm going to write area equals length times width. All right, so of course, like here, we're just going to label, like you see how this whole section is 13, right? And we're going to subtract 7. So I'm going to take this whole side minus this side, which is 6 centimeters. Okay, does everyone see that? So actually, the first thing you should do when you get the composite figure is just like label the sides that aren't given to you. So then that makes it much easier. Okay, so for shape 1, we're going to do 6 times 3. And this is 18 centimeters squared. It is the area. Make sure you're watching the units. Has to be centimeters squared. And for shape 2, the area is also length times width. We're going to do 7 times 6, so 42 centimeters squared. You see that? And then when you're finding the total area, I'm just going to add them together. Let's write total area. I'm going to do 18 plus 42. Here at the bottom, which is equal to 60 cm squared. Okay, and this is basically your final answer. And you want to make sure you're actually like, labeling each of the shapes and then show all your work. Even if you're just doing the area of a rectangle, always make sure you're writing out the formula first before you substitute it into the equation. All right, so here's our second shape, or our second composite figure. So let's label this. I see the first shape is actually a triangle. The second one is a rectangle. And what do I notice here? You see how this is 16 cm? So this whole length here is also 16 cm, right? So the first shape, I'm going to do the area, is the base times height divided by 2, right? So the base is 16 times the height, which is 6. I'm going to divide it by 2. So this is basically the area of a triangle. So should we write that? 96 over 2, so 48 cm squared, like this. And then in the same manner, okay, you're actually going to do the area of the second shape as well. And let's write 2. And I see again, this is a rectangle, so length times width. All right, and so for the second shape, we're going to do the length, which is 16 times 8, okay, which is the width. Multiply it, we're getting 128 cm squared, okay, just like so. And you see, like, because they're two separate shapes, you just need to find the area of each of the shapes separately. Okay, let's write the total area. Okay, on the bottom, like you can see, we're going to do 48 plus 128. Okay, and the total area is 176 centimeters squared. Okay, and this is the final answer right here. All right, so I think we should put this as a separate example. But anyways, I put find the area of the shaded region. There's actually a very common question. Sorry, so these are basically two circles and they're embedded within this rectangle. Okay, now the only thing that's given to you here is the radius. So if you look very carefully, the radius goes from the center of the circle to the end of the circle. So do you see that? This is 2 millimeters. This is 2 millimeters. And if you look at the second circle, this radius is 2 millimeters and 2 millimeters. Okay, remember when you have like two radii, they basically are making the diameter of the circle, right? So I can see this entire length of the rectangle, oh sorry, 2, 4, 6, 8 is 8 millimeters, right? But if you go across this way, take a look here. This is 2 millimeters and 2 millimeters. So the actual diameter here, right, is 4 millimeters. Okay, so hopefully everyone sees that. And this is really important. We're going to do the area of the shaded region, which is this background right here. Okay, so I think first, let's do the area of the circles. Area of the circle is pi r squared. And I'm going to times it by 2 because there are two circles here. For pi, we're just going to use 3.14 times the radius. Let's put in brackets. The radius is 2, so you're going to do 2 squared, okay, times 2. So this is 3.14, and 2 squared is 4, so you're going to times it by 4 times 2. So we're getting 25.12 millimeters squared. After you do every calculation, make sure you are putting the units down, okay? So the teacher doesn't take off any steps or any marks. And in the second step, let's do the area of the rectangle. Let's write it like this. Area of rectangle is also length times width. So I'm going to do 8 times 4, all right, which is 32 millimeters squared. This is just so important. And also, I always want to indicate here too, I think we should write area of circles, okay? So because when your teacher is actually marking your quiz or your test paper, you don't want the teacher having to look for your answers. Like sometimes teachers are like, what's happening? You don't want to be writing your answers all over the paper. If the teachers can't follow it, they're just going to mark it wrong, okay? And of course, 3, this is going to be the area, let's put of shaded region. Okay, and the area of the shaded region, we're going to do the area of the rectangle, so 32, minus the area of the circles, which is 25.12. Right, I'm going to subtract it, and we're getting 6.88 millimeters squared. Okay, and of course, as you see the region here, it's a really small space that is shaded, so your answer should also not be very large. Okay, and that's a good way for you to check your answer. All right, so that brings this video to an end, but thank you for watching. Hopefully you understand how to find the area of composite figures by just dividing them up into two separate shapes. I think this is just like very important. Of course, we didn't cover the perimeter of composite figures, but we'll do that in the next video. So stay tuned for that. And you notice for the area of composite figures, there's so many, there's a variety of different questions that the teacher can ask you. Make sure you're showing all your steps on a quiz or a test. Break your answer down into several parts. So again, the teacher is not looking for your answer. That's just like, don't give the teachers any reason to take off marks. All right, so thank you for watching one more time, and I will see everyone in the next video. Bye.